Hey YouTubers, so at one point in my life it was very important for me to have a color laser printer, and this was the HP Color LaserJet 1600. It's kind of funny they call it a laser jet because no jet involved. Jets are inkjet printers because they jet ink. But what started happening was this thing started bleeding colors all over my pages and stuff, and just ruining my prints. For example, here's a print. You can see the color down the side here. The color's not printing right. And I just, hundreds of pages would be destroyed. And so what I finally decided to do is I have several little black and white printers, and they're all, I love laser printers. The quality is phenomenal and their speed is wonderful, and the ink isn't nearly as much because, I can do a refill for $4 and get, 500, 1,000 pages out of it. If you're not printing high quality stuff, black and white seems to do it. I have a color Epson Artisan 50 printer that is just wonderful. Its photographs will compare to anybody's out there, getting printed by any professional agency, Walmart, Walgreens, that kind of thing. So what I did is on the end of my, this thing has 4 toner cartridges. It has the red, blue, yellow, and then a black. It uses those to make all the different colors. But so the drum is right here, the green, and there's drums on every one has a drum. And I'm touching it because I've rendered these color ones useless because they were ruining my photographs or my prints. So what turns the drum is this little piece right here. It was a triangular piece. I literally took a razor blade and I cut those off so that I can stick them into my printer, and when you close it, a little action causes all of these doors to open up. It drags the paper along here, it goes along the drum, and it prints the colors onto it. And so I made it so that none of these would turn. So my paper's just rubbing against it, and it's not picking up any powder. How laser printers work is, think of the ink as a powder that's plastic, basically. And it gets hot and it comes through, and the static pulls that little powder onto your print and it melts it onto the page. That's why it's waterproof. So my black was always printing fine. So what I did is I disabled all these 3 mechanically. I didn't do anything to the printer. So if I ever decide to go and spend another $200 on cartridges for this printer, if I want to take that risk, because I have a feeling something's wrong with the printer. So because, what are the chances of your blue and your red going bad at the same time? Not so much, because these things still got plenty of toner in them. So what I did is I disabled the rotary mechanisms, and now I use it as a black and white. It prints beautiful black pages, except you can see where these were supposed to be links for the internet, which are usually in blue. It now made them a very, very, very light gray. Still readable, legible, but it's not optimal. But if you're printing off, I'm a school teacher, so I'm always printing off a bunch of things at home, not to give to my students per se, but to proofread, test read. If I have my students submit something via homework, or some homework via the internet to my email, I can print them all up and make, pen and ink changes to it and grades to it and hand it back to them that way. So you don't necessarily have to get rid of your old color printer. If it's acting wonky on you, you can just disable the colored part of it and use it as a black and white printer. And also what I did is I disabled the ability for this printer to shut off. Usually when they get low on a supply on toner, they'll say, oh, you're low, you can't print anymore. This printer has the ability to go into the menu and say, hey, I don't care if I'm running out, keep printing. And so it's always telling me that they're all empty, even though they're not. And it's telling me that my override is in use, so don't expect any great prints. Works great for me. The best printers I can ever recommend is, and I wish I were outside to show you, I keep one in my RV, keep one upstairs, is these Little Brother black and white printers. You get 1,500, 2,000 pages out of a cartridge, and they're easy to refill. I refill them. I order these on eBay and refill them, and that's a great saver. And to have one in your RV, you always travel with your laptop. I do anyway, because I grade on the road, and I can print up on the road, and it's come in handy. So that's my tip for you on how to deal with a color printer that doesn't want to act right and you don't want to spend a lot of money. Talk to you next time.